My name's Barry Tomes. Welcome to a very special edition of my US 10. Now, I've done some things in my time, but never before have I shared a stage with the Drifters. Butch Leake, hello.
How are you, Barry?
I'm very happy to be with you, young man, but don't ask me to dance or sing, whatever you do. Okay, so here we are at JoJo Jim's here in Birmingham, and I'm really delighted to have you along as a guest. We're going to play a Drifters track on the US 10 radio show a little bit later, but obviously I want you to have a little chat. Now, you're back in Birmingham now, and I guess the average ticket price for shows now is about £30, but I'll let you into a secret. I'm so old, when I first saw the Drifters, it was 50 pence.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
You were only 5, I remember, at the time.
Yeah, something like that.
Excellent. Well, do you remember sort of venues like Barbarella's, the Night Out, the Rum Runner? Those were the sort of gigs that the Drifters would have been doing back in the day.
Oh yeah, those were the, you know, the hot spots.
Yeah.
During that period.
Yeah.
I remember them, you know, quite well.
Yeah, and as I said, it was so. I think one time in the 70s I did Barbarella's and the Rum Runner the same night twice to see the Drifters. Cost me £1, but it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, those were great days.
Yeah, really great days. Now, obviously, you're going to talk a little bit about your book today, but let's just talk about music for a minute if we can, because that's what we do. We do music.
That's correct.
So, have you got some new music coming in the new year?
Well, me and the guys, well, first of all, you know, we're not the Drifters as you used to know it.
Yeah.
We are Drifter Legends, basically, under the Drifter Legends Clubhouse, which is a company that I'm CEO of. Mm-hmm. And we are working on, you know, ideas currently for new recordings, okay? Most of the stuff, you know, that we are doing these days is also written by the members. So it's going to be a slight difference from the way it was in the years when we had all those great writers.
It means you make the money this time.
Yeah, something like that.
Listen, Butch, that's absolutely the reason for writing the songs. So are you excited about the prospect of recording?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're all, you know, excited about, you know, getting back on board. You know, it's just something that I was, you know, concerned about because, as you know, there's so many people out there that are capitalizing on the Drifters name. You know, we have loads of pirate groups. In the United States, we got almost 15 or more groups running around, you know, calling themselves the Drifters. Even here in the UK, we got, you know, tribute acts, and they have been known for some pirate, you know, acts slipping in and out. Mm-hmm. Okay, the original management, there is a young Drifters group out now, but, you know, they're not the original recording members. Under the Drifter Legends Clubhouse, I do have, you know, 3 other recording members out of the third and second golden age.
So you were on the Bell record label, as I remember, because I've got Drifters singles still vinyl, and I think it was the Bell Arista was the record label at the time.
Yeah,
and,
Bell Arista. Yeah. You know, that was the period from 1972 straight on, you know, into the 80s. You know, and of course we did at that time 3 classic albums. Plus the, you know, live albums, a lot of, you know, in between stuff, and a lot of great hits during, you know, during that period.
Always a great show. It's like, I think of the Harlem Globetrotters. They've always been 19.
Oh yeah.
Ever since I first saw them, they're still 19.
Well, a lot of
which is quite funny.
A lot of people that, you know, they miss the understanding of, you know, about the Drifters in terms of you know, how many people they were involved. There were, of course, obviously 3 golden ages.
Yeah.
Starting from 1953 with Clyde McFadden, which only lasted about a year. Mm-hmm. And then there was a revolving door of members, you know, up until 1958, when the management at that time fired the whole group at the Apollo Theater in New York and hired another group that was on the bill called the Crowns. Wow. And in that group was Benny King, legendary
course.
Benny King,
Yeah.
you know, Charlie Thomas, Ellsbury Hobbs, and Doc Green. And that became the Drifters during that period that did a lot of those great songs of that period. But you had also another revolving door of members. Later on you had the great Rudy Lewis, who sang Up on the Roof, who came in the 60s. And various other people, Rick Shepard, who's with me now, he's in that period.
Okay.
So and today there's only 6 recording members still alive out of 3 golden ages. Wow. And that's Bobby Hendricks, 1955, you know, Charlie Thomas, Rick Shepard, this, you know, 60s period, and then of course,
Butch Leake, yeah.
you know, myself, Joe Blunt, and Clyde Brown out of the Bella Vista period.
Yeah. Well, that's the late. I remember I've got some of the original hits from the 60s, but I bought, because in the 70s I was a teenager, so I've got about 25,000 vinyl, so I've got all the Drifters singles.
Yeah.
But I want to talk to you about your book. Now, you've got an amazing book, so perhaps tell people about that.
Oh, well, this is my new book, and it's called On Broadway, A Pictology of the Drifter Legends from 1953 to 2016. Quite comprehensive. It documents the group and all the happenings about the members, and basically it's a who is who of the Drifter Legends from that period, with a lot of great pictures. Many of the pictures I had to restore, I colorized, because I am a photographer and a photo editor. And so I decided to put this compilation of many things, you know, from the past, you know, into the future, and gives a lot of blurb in terms of the, you know, history and many of the things that were going on. It's the kind of book that you can sit in a classroom or wherever, you know, and, you know, quiz people and, you know.
See who they recognize, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
So where can we get the book?
Okay, the book you can find on blurb.com. That's BLURB.com. They distribute the book for the company. Of course, it's published by the Drifter Legends Clubhouse. You can also go to our website, which is www.thedrifterlegendsclubhouse.com, and there you can find links on many of the things that we're doing. And of course, there are other books. I also have a magazine called D Legends Universe, which is almost like a monthly kind of magazine. It's a series, which is the continuing history and things around the legends, also around many people in the business, you know, the great old timers, rock and roll, rock. I cover everybody, you know. So that's an interesting publication to log into. You can also find us on Facebook at the Drifter Legends Clubhouse on Facebook. A great community. We have thousands of people up there, very lovely people who share in the Drifters experience and, you know, the things that we've done over the years and this and that. And so it's a fun place to be.
Absolutely amazing. Now, I always think a picture tells 1,000 words, so I love pictorial things, and I've got probably 40,000 pictures from my 47 years in the business, obviously. I'm proud to share a stage with you. I love the name Butch Leake. You should be an actor. Now, you're from New York originally.
I'm originally from New York, that's correct.
Yeah. So I love New York too. I mean, I love America. I go often. And US 10, which you're going to feature on today, is about breaking new American bands, really. We feature, most weeks we feature 10 songs by new bands, but we do put classics in. And we're going to finish the show today on one of my favourite Drifters songs, like Sister and Brother.
Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Thank you very much, Butch Leake. My name is Barry Tomes. You've been listening to my US 10. Thank you very, very much indeed for joining us at JoJo Jim's today.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you.